Disclaimer. In this video, we will not be providing any legal advice. Instead, we will be explaining the provisions of the National Credit Act 34 of 2005 as they apply to consumers and credit providers and simplify them. Hey everyone! Welcome to the MoneySpaza YouTube channel, where we break down everything you need to know about credit, loans, and financial responsibility, without the confusing jargon. Have you ever signed a credit agreement without fully understanding it? Wondering why interest rates seem to creep up on you? Not sure about your rights when borrowing money? Well, you're in the right place. Here, we'll cover 1. The basics of credit and why it matters. 2. Your rights as a consumer under the National Credit Act. 3. How to avoid debt traps and make smarter financial choices. 4. Practical tips to help you stay in control of your finances. So, if you're serious about making better financial decisions, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Understanding the National Credit Act, NCA. The National Credit Act 34 of 2005, NCA, applies to all consumers who take out credit, and all credit providers who issue credit. It has 3 key objectives. 1. Achieving a fair credit system, which means that consumers must have fair access to credit and be treated equitably. 2. Preventing over-indebtedness by encouraging responsible borrowing and lending practices. 3. Ensuring consumers understand information and details necessary to make informed credit choices. The NCA also provides dispute resolution mechanisms and debt restructuring options for consumers struggling with repayments. This is the case when a consumer has become over-indebted or is aggrieved by the terms and conditions of the credit agreement. However, let's be clear, credit providers are allowed in terms of the NCA to enforce the measures to recover money loaned. So, if you borrow money, they are legally allowed to take action to recover the debt. Ignoring debt collectors or blocking their calls won't make your financial problems disappear. We have touched on the purpose of the Act. Now we are going to go through the key players on the NCA. That is the consumer and the credit provider. The National Credit Regulator, NCR, is also a key role player in NCA. However, we will not be covering the regulator in this video. We will discuss it comprehensively in the coming videos. Be sure to subscribe to get the content on this. We've covered the purpose of the Act. Now let's talk about the key players in credit transactions. Who is a consumer as defined in the NCA? Someone who buys goods or services on credit, for example using store credit. Someone who receives money or credit through a pawn transaction. Someone who gets credit through a credit facility, e.g. overdraft. A homeowner with a mortgage, the mortgagor. A borrower with a secured loan. A loan backed by assets like a car or house. A lessee in a lease agreement. For example, renting a car. A guarantor, someone who agrees to pay a loan if the main borrower doesn't. Anyone who receives money or credit in any other type of credit agreement. Then there's credit providers, individuals or institution that offers credit, including retail stores and businesses that sell goods on credit, banks and lenders that issue loans, mortgages, or credit cards, pawnshops that provide cash in exchange for valuable items. We know a consumer and a credit provided in terms of the NCA Let's now explain why credit is so important. Credit is not just about borrowing money, it's a financial tool that can make or break your financial stability, depending on how wisely you use it. Enables large purchases since most people can't afford to buy a house or car up front. Credit makes it possible. Helps in emergencies. Unexpected costs like medical bills or urgent repairs can be covered with credit. Builds creditworthiness. A good credit history helps you qualify for future loans at lower interest rates. Supports business growth. Businesses rely on credit to invest in inventory, equipment, or expansion. Provides financial flexibility. Credit allows you to manage your cash flow and plan expenses over time. And this is important, credit is a double-edged sword. Misuse can lead to over-indebtedness, high interest payments, and financial ruin. Always borrow responsibly. That's it for today's video. We hope this breakdown of the National Credit Act and key role players has given you a clearer understanding on the basics of credit. What's next? In our next video, we'll dive deeper into credit agreements, what they are and how they work. Consumer rights, the protections you have under the law. Interest rates and fees, how much you should really be paying for credit. You don't want to miss it. Subscribe now and hit the notification bell to stay updated. Got questions? Drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you next time on MoneySpaza.